How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the inaugural ERBOH.com podcast. I'm Juiz, and I'm joined with...
Ranger over here.
I am Dion.
And Sam.
And we have the first podcast, hopefully weekly, going on, and anybody have anything they want to bring up to start, or should we just jump into the year?
Well, we don't really have anything.
Well, what we're going to do is we can, I figured we'd start off by talking about just 2016 in general, because it's the beginning of the year.
Good year.
And since we're an ERB forum, it's kind of fitting if we start with our expectations for the season. So, first off, are there any big battles you guys are hoping to see, or...
I think it's likely that there's going to be another election battle.
Yeah, it's... I agree with you on that one. There's almost no way that there's not going to be. And
I wonder if they'll break their rule and use Trump again if he ends up being the candidate. I hope he isn't, but
right.
if he does end up...
I think they probably...
Great, I'm already spouting political stuff, and... How far are we in? Just 5 minutes?
You heard it here first, guys. Ranger, not a Trump supporter. As shocking as that is.
Hey, I'm British. What do I know?
end this first podcast and already politics.
So, yeah, I mean, even if Trump isn't in, the running or whatever, I don't do politics, so I don't know the terms, but I feel like there's no way they won't use him, even if it's a third party. I mean, it just makes sense, and there's a lot more they can do with him that they didn't do in the Christmas one.
Yeah, it seems like they have to bring back Trump.
Exactly. It's, basically a given. What do you guys think?
Would he be more likely to go against Hillary Clinton, or would he be more likely to go against Bernie Sanders?
It's still looking more like Hillary Clinton, but it's increasingly looking more like it could be Bernie Sanders, so...
Right. So who knows? I mean, we'll know eventually, obviously, because it will come out, but... Vader vs. Hitler 4, right, guys?
No.
Yes?
Using
gonna come out.
prequel Anakin.
No, I really, really, really hope that they're done with the Vader versus Hitler jokes. Like, okay, first, Vader versus Hitler, it's regular battle. Good, awesome, one of the best, got them on the map. The second one, yeah, it was okay. I didn't mind it. The third one was a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
I mean, I still see a lot of people asking for Vader versus Hitler 4, but I think that's just because people don't have any ideas and they want to post something, so oh, hey, that's something they can do.
Another thing,
there's a lot more ideas.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially, even if they wanted to do something in that vein, they could easily use other people. They don't have to exclusively do Vader vs. Hitler. But I think just as far as the whole saga goes, it should be done, I mean, the ending for 3 was kind of, final anyways.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters versus Mythbusters trailer just put a further nail in that coffin.
No, absolutely, yeah. Now, another thing is how in the season finale for last season, how they had the Kim Jong-il versus Hulk Hogan reworked in there.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to play into this season, or is that going to be a bonus battle, do you guys think?
I don't think they'll release that and call it a normal battle.
Yeah.
It's definitely not one of their strongest battles.
Right.
But I think it's definitely 2016.
I believe most of us were thinking that was what was going to be released in the bonus battle instead of Deadpool versus Boba Fett. So, something that should be released as its own main series rap battle that should just be an extra little thing.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I mean, it would not to use the term cop-out in a negative sense, but it would almost feel like a cop-out if they did include that as a season battle, because it's essentially just a remastering of it. Unless they do, new verses and a new beat, which would be interesting, but I don't know if they would even do that.
They brought Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un is infinitely more entertaining than Kim
right?
Jong-un.
I mean, honestly, if they're gonna do a rework, they might as well just do it in full. And in that case, just bring in Kim Jong Un. It'd be pretty good.
Kim Jong Un versus John Cena.
Oh, stop! Yes, I'm telling you that if that happens, I would.
And we've got the first meme of the podcast.
Right?
Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Yep.
So that's over.
So
where I can see the Hulk Hogan versus Kim Jong Un as a battle, I probably would see it as an in between from like the 6 battles and then the 6 battles again.
right.
Like how they've been doing for the last few seasons. And it's just like an in betweeners, like guys, we're still here. Don't worry about us. Even though it's always been like that.
That makes sense. Absolutely. And I'd be more than fine with that. Just a nice little to hold us over until the second half of the season, which this season if last season was an indicator, this one's going to be really strong, which is good. Hoping maybe we finally get that. What was it, Darwin versus Oak or Darwin versus Ash? Personally, I don't know which one I prefer between Oak or Ash. What about you?
Personally, I don't care.
You're not for that one at all?
Well, I've seen the battle, like the suggestion, since season 2. Even the end of season 1, I've seen it, and people have been wanting it since then. And it's, long time coming. We finally got Ghostbusters versus Mythbusters, which is cool. So they are looking at the popular suggestions and doing them. I think the biggest struggle that ERB is having with the Darwin versus Ash or whatever is casting. They don't know who they want to cast or who would be suitable for it, and they do also want to include Pikachu if they have Ash.
Right.
And I think their biggest problem right now is how are they going to make Pikachu rappable?
Yeah.
If they go the Starbomb route, which is like Aaron as Pikachu and Danny Sexbang as Ash, which I would be for.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone else would be for.
Absolutely.
But then, well, even before Starbomb, they wanted Smosh as Anthony as Ash, and then Ian as whatever.
Pikachu.
But so it would be awesome if they do it, but I wouldn't be disappointed if they showed up. Honestly.
Right.
Guys?
Ranger, any thoughts on that?
Well, if they do this battle, I think they would have to use Ash instead of Oak because he just has that much more material to work with.
Right.
Overall.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about random encounters and their portrayal of Pikachu. I'm not sure you could really use Pikachu up to the costume standard that ERB has set.
Right.
I mean,
it would definitely
unless they manage to make him in Lego form, but
it's a little Lego Pikachu.
Lego Legos, please.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, it's not like that was awful. It's just I don't know if that was my cup of tea per se. It was nice looking, but I wouldn't want it again.
It did allow a lot of things that couldn't be done with just live action to be well done with both setting and with all the background characters.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with the Lego battle. Since the beginning, I've always been saying this is the purpose of this battle was to show mostly the backgrounds and Thor going to Hades and stuff, or going to hell or whatever the hell I can't remember, and just doing all of that stuff in the background that you wouldn't be able to see in a normal ERB battle.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can agree with that definitely. And
in contrast to that, I don't want to see it again. Mainly because it is, it's not a thing ERB does regularly, and I don't think I want to see it as a regular thing. But unless it actually works, if it's Batman or Superman, where the Lego products are popular with, because you do see Lego Batman and Lego Superman and all that stuff. You do see that in the media a lot, and if they incorporated that into an ERB, I don't think I'd be disappointed. But it doesn't feel like it fits.
Right.
Wait, so you don't have the Mount Olympus set?
Yeah, let me just pull out my
Right.
Olympus Lego set here that I built.
Absolutely. What are some other big requested battles? Anything with any of the musicians like Jimi Hendrix, for instance, which I would...
yeah, I think Peter actually said straight up we're going to be doing Jimi Hendrix versus Kurt Cobain this season.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? That's okay.
If that's true, I am absolutely for that because that would be a great battle.
I'm quoting you on this one, Sam.
Yeah, you know
wrong. Shove it in.
Hey, you guys heard it here first. Stutter. Sam
Well,
confirmed
well, this-
Kurt Cobain versus Jimi Hendrix. It's gonna happen, and if it doesn't, you know who to
Send
blame.
email to him.
Yep.
But I
Flood our forum to send hate mail to him.
Yep.
Mild advertising.
Yeah, I'd be totally down for another music battle. Jimi Hendrix versus Kurt Cobain would be sweet. I like with recent news because at this point in time, David Bowie has passed away, along with Lemmy.
Right.
If Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain isn't one that's going to happen, I'd like to see David Bowie in ERB now. Like even before he passed away, I still wanted to see him in an ERB.
Right.
Because he's a phenomenal person. He's done a lot in his time, and it's a character, but like he's a personification of something that ERB could work with, like with his crazy styles and music and stuff. I like to see that worked into a rap battle.
Oh,
Against two, I don't really have any idea, to be honest, but I'd like to see David Bowie in a rap battle, and I think, Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd would be all for that too.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned on the suggestion thread Elton John versus David Bowie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting because both of them, kind of embody that,
Yeah.
persona
I'd
about
like to
them.
see Elton John.
But yeah, David Bowie's definitely worthy of a battle in my opinion. Some would argue that it's too soon, but honestly, somebody passing or something happening to somebody shouldn't be considered too soon if they are being used for it. They're obviously,
Yeah, like if they're shown in a light where,
right.
it's not in bad taste. Like, I guess they're insulting each other, but that's a rap battle.
Exactly. I mean, the only difference would be, like, for instance, if, like, somebody had just recently passed due to, like, I don't know, like a car accident or something, and then they showed something, recreating it, obviously that's in bad taste, but,
Yeah.
it's different, this is, right? Paul Walker, you heard it here first, he's going to be in the ERB against Dale Earnhardt.
Well, with Steve Jobs, they did it fairly.
Right.
So, yeah.
Absolutely, they did it in a nice, respectful manner, and I
Steve
feel...
Jobs, Billy Mays.
Yes. They could easily, do something to the same exact degree, tasteful, respectful.
When was the Michael Jackson battle released in respect to his
I
death?
think that was a good few
As
years
in what
ago.
date?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that was a decent while before it came out, I believe. Then again, I, for some reason, fail to remember what year it was, even though.
Right.
But yeah, I know it was before, definitely, like a significant enough time before. Let's see, what are some
Oh,
other...
it just wasn't certain, that's all.
So, we've had literal painters, artists, we've had magicians, we've had, athletes, people of all basically kind of fields. What is a field that hasn't been tackled by ERB that you guys would want to see?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question, actually. I
Directors.
can't really
Well, they
think of
did
something else.
want to use Neil Armstrong against Captain Kirk, but
Then we have Columbus.
Right.
Was it that they couldn't find enough disses for him, so
Yeah,
they
they
ended
said-
up having the spaceman battle?
I think that was the reason they gave. I don't know if that's the real reason.
If you can't think of like a field that you'd want to be used, like maybe something that you would like to see used again that hasn't been used enough. Like for instance, I would love to see magicians used again because Penn and Teller, like I feel like they almost
Good.
yes, they almost like have to be in one. So what
Who
are
would
some?
they go against, though?
I mean, there's obviously you could say Siegfried and Roy. That's an obvious one. and that would be a good one.
I guess
would like-
one. Oh, go ahead, Ranger.
So, I would like to see some other famous doctor psychologists go against Sigmund Freud.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of things they can use with Sigmund Freud.
Yep.
Like, you look at old ERB and all the butt jokes and jokes like that. Just, I think that'd take us back in time a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Will they have the old-fashioned spinning backgrounds as well?
Oh my god.
Right back.
Oh,
I'd like to see a return to that.
I don't know about that. I'm kind of glad that we're past that phase, because, wow.
Is it a hay bale or is it a cactus? I don't know.
Yes.
Tasteful Sigmund Freud battle.
Tasteful? Well, yeah, with
It
it,
does.
like, but like you know they're gonna have the Freudian slips and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. They can't not.
Either from Freud himself or from the opponent, and then him capitalizing on it. I think that'd be interesting to see.
Right, no, definitely.
One field of some like theme I'd like to see is comedians, because
Oh yeah.
That could be good.
comedians, they don't really touch upon it as much,
No, yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's like, how do you make fun of someone that is funny, right?
Wouldn't it be funny if they did a comedian battle and neither of them were funny at all? Like, they were purposely just bad? It's like...
If that was what they were going for, then I guess, but I don't know if
No, I know,
else would be
but-
all for that.
Who would you ideally put for comedians in a battle?
Well, the one,
Comedians now.
like,
Yeah.
Three Stooges is one thing I was thinking of.
Right.
They're the guys that are technically comedians. There's, what's his
Chaplin?
name?
No, wait, he's
Charlie Chaplin. He's a comedian. He's comedy through his actions.
Silent movies.
Jim Carrey, I'd like to see as well. Even Adam Sandler, if they could work
Oh,
it,
no.
because the joke, how the jokes could work with someone
No,
that
yeah, absolutely.
is funny, and then either has hit rock bottom in a recent time, or but they can do it like a Michael, when I think of comedian battle, I kind of see it like a battle royale almost, where people are haggling on someone, and just like the director's battle. Like, if I see a bunch of comedians going after one another and then making fun of like Adam Sandler the entire time, and him just coming in and
Right.
like in that sort of style, but maybe that would be too similar to a director battle, but like that's something I'd like to expect.
That'd be good. I mean, I could definitely see a comedian royale, because there's enough of them they can use. Like Adam Sandler would almost have to be a shoo-in at that point, because there's just so much material that they can use onto him.
They've talked a few times about a talk show host battle royale. I don't know if I'd like to see that, but it'd be interesting.
Right.
If not a talk show battle, at least like David Letterman versus Conan O'Brien or something like that. Just
Or maybe like Stephen Colbert in there or something, just because I'm a big Stephen Colbert fan.
oh man, if Stephen Colbert could show up as playing someone else in a talk show host battle and against Stephen Colbert, I think that would be hilarious.
The one problem with this, though, is that it's most likely going to be largely American presenters, and therefore
Yeah,
it would
that's
alienate other countries.
Oh, boo.
oh,
I don't know who
they
this
have
is! Why
they
can't
have
you
some-
use Bobby Blackbird?
yeah, we got
They
Juice the
have
Bully.
No offense, but that's one comment that people put that I just never understood. It's like, yes, obviously you want to see people from, like, that and stuff in there, but it's like, if it's like a small little country and like it's a little celebrity there and it's like, why don't you use him? It's like, you're probably the only one who knows who he is.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
No.
people that are, pretty much only known in America.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just...
The talk show host one, Ellen versus Oprah, comes to mind. Oprah is fairly well known
Right.
in other places, I think, but Ellen is kind of just an American only
Really?
Well,
figure.
interesting. You heard it here first, folks. Ellen DeGeneres. No one knows who she is.
I mean, it's
I'm not even going to try anymore.
it's kind of hard to like figure out from an American's perspective how well these people are known worldwide.
Right.
True.
The battle is still, well, it wasn't nearly the best in the wave,
yeah.
but it was still a decent battle, and as long as it's a decent battle, it's fine by me, just as long as they don't have an entire series full of basically American exclusives.
Yeah, like
Well,
people like
yeah. My opinion on since we're talking about characters or people that are not well known within North America or outside of North America is Google is your best friend.
Oof.
And people I've seen these on multiple battles, even if it's not just characters from the United States, if it's like Shaka Zulu versus Julius Caesar. Like, you looked in the comments and there were people like, who's Shaka Zulu? Why are you doing this battle? Do something better. It's like, Google. If you don't know the character or person, look it up, find out about them, and maybe, learn something.
Right.
These rap battles, as much as they're entertaining, they are educational as well.
It's edutainment.
If you don't know someone, get to know them, and maybe you'll appreciate the battle a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but,
for sure.
That's just me, and that's what I like doing when I see a battle and I see someone I actually don't know. I actually had no idea who David Copperfield was until I saw the battle, and then I looked him up and watched some of his magic shows and illusions and stuff like that, and I thought he was pretty cool for the time that he was doing that stuff.
Right.
So just for an example,
I didn't know
a little can go a long way.
Was.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know who Copperfield was, and because I'm speaking from a Canadian perspective, I should probably have known him a little more because we're close friends with the United States. But even I didn't know who he was, but I looked him up and I got to know him and through Wiki and all that YouTube videos and educated myself, and I felt better about the battle because I knew what they were referencing and stuff like that, and a little can go a long way. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I agree about the whole thing. Google's definitely your best friend in that case. That's one of the things I do love about ERB so much is the fact that if you don't know about someone that you see in one, you can learn a little bit more about him just by the battle. You can learn little references and then look up the references and be like, oh, okay, I get it. So, he walked through the Chinese, the Great Wall of China, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it basically they can pique your interest on a character or person, and then you can actually look more about them and learn about them. And, it is called Epic Rap Battles of History, so...
Yeah.
You are learning something, so.
I don't know if David Copperfield is really history, but...
Well, come on now. You heard it here first. David Copperfield is no longer history.
What are you doing here, B? Get on your game.
God, ERB.
Jeez.
No, I think David Copperfield is probably left some impression, and when you're talking about a magician battle, it was... there's Harry Houdini, there's David Copperfield, and in American sense, there's even Chris Angel. He's very. I think people would know more about David Copperfield than they would Chris Angel.
Right.
But I did like that they tossed him in that battle as a joke.
No, absolutely.
There's not many magicians.
Was there any other interpretation of it?
There's not a lot of magicians to go around that's outside of America, to be perfectly honest. And if they wanted to do that battle, they would have to go with someone that no one really knows as much. So, yeah.
Okay, so just to wrap up ERB discussion, because we're about halfway right now, I have two questions that we will each answer. We'll just go in a row. First, barring any restriction at all, what is one character, duo, blah, 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 that you would no matter what, love to see it in the ERB. No restrictions at all, so it can't be, oh, they're not known enough, or, oh, they don't, no matter what. So, Ranger, you want to start?
Can they be returning characters?
Yes, for the sake of this, yes. I mean, I'd rather you pick someone that wasn't already featured in one, but if you didn't think that they got, if their part didn't do them justice.
In that case, since I can't think of a new character, I have to say the Doctor, because I'm sorry, but he is a major part of sci-fi TV history, and they just did not do him any sort of justice at all in that battle. Sorry, but
leave it to the Brit to pick the Doctor. No, I agree. I mean, I could definitely see him being used better, but
Well, yeah, I wasn't too unsatisfied with that battle, but I think the way they did the Doctor was a little weak.
Right.
But I'm mostly saying this now. Here's a very, very strong opinion, and everyone may hate me, but I don't like Watsky a lot. I don't like his style of rapping, and I feel like that's all he's got going for him. And every time I see him in an epic rap battle, I think it lowers the quality. I liked William Shakespeare versus Dr. Seuss. That one was cool. Watsky was good. That was a good introduction for him. And like every other battle he's appeared in, it's Watsky. It's
right.
Watsky. It's him rapping. It's not. I don't see the character. Even Edgar Allan Poe. I saw Watsky in an Edgar Allan Poe costume. It wasn't. I don't imagine Edgar Allan Poe doing that stuff.
Right.
It doesn't fit him.
No.
I just feel like Watsky's always a weak choice to go to, even though I'm sure he's a good guy and, he's a good rapper, a lot better than I could ever do, but I'd rather someone else over him in any situation. Anyways, I'll go with my opinion next, not to drag this out. With a character, I'll say this because as this battle, I want to see this done, not just with the characters, because I want to see Mr. Bean and Charlie Chaplin as the comedy duo, the comedy to fight each other, mainly because they do everything through their actions. So, how can you interpret this into a rap battle?
Right.
And I want to see Lloyd and Peter take that challenge and do something with it.
No, absolutely.
If I may ask a question about that, does it have to be Mr. Bean, or can it be just Rowan Atkinson?
In my personal opinion, I do want to see Mr. Bean in a rap battle.
Yeah.
I do see Charlie Chaplin as the fitting opponent, so that's why I bring it up. But any person that doesn't do anything through words and through actions, that would be interesting.
Right, to see how they bring it to.
But then again, it's a rap battle, so I don't. Maybe it's like a joke battle, like a bonus battle if they tried it out.
Right.
Who knows? That's one thing I want to see.
Okay, Sam, you got any?
Yeah, this is kind of again, I'm not really sure how well this person is known outside of the U.S., but I'd really like to see Atticus Finch from the book To Kill a Mockingbird.
Nice.
He's
I think it's very well known.
He's a very big pop culture figure, at least where I'm from, and I think he's a really fascinating character in both literature and cinema. So I'd really like to see our take on him.
That'd be a good one for sure.
Anyone involved in North America is ready to kill a mockingbird.
Right. Who do you do you know? Can you think of anybody that they'd be able to that he'd be able to go against?
Well, everyone's from Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, yeah, that's the obvious one. I'd be fine with that. I don't know if Phoenix Wright has really made a huge impact, but I'd definitely live with that battle.
Right.
Daredevil would be fun.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting.
Daredevil.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It would be really interesting. Like if they had the lawyer battle as Atticus Finch, Phoenix, right, or Daredevil, and that they had the mediator of a judge, and it could be like Judge Judy or something like that, or like just. I think that would be hilarious if they were just a rap battle going on between them two, and the judge is rapping along with it.
No, I could definitely see that. That'd be good.
That would be awesome. ERB, get on this.
Right? That one's for free. You guys can take that one. Personally, honestly, I don't know. It all depends on who would actually be able to play that person, like, for my opinion. I mean, I did mention I'd love to see Penn and Teller used. So just for the sake of not being able to think of anything, I'll say Penn and Teller to start. That's, one that I really, really, really want to see. So as a transition, as what I said, who is a musician, celebrity, blah, 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 that you guys would like to see in a battle playing someone? Like, we got Weird Al playing Isaac Newton, So, barring no restrictions, even it can be a YouTube rapper, it can be an actual musician. What are some people that, like, one person you would like to see in a battle? And just so nobody else steals it, I'll start. Obviously, Danny and Aaron. I mean, come on. It's gonna happen, so get on that, Like, I don't think there's anybody I would like to see more than Danny and Aaron in a battle. I don't know who they could play, if they could find something for, like, Ryu and Ken or something, because they had...
That'd be cool.
Yeah, versus, like, I don't know, Muhammad Ali. He was already in one. Mike Tyson. I don't know. I mean, that'd be interesting and all, and, I would not put it past them to do that, honestly. But I don't know if I'd like to see, fighting game versus fighting game, because it just seems like something that somebody would, like, do a fan-made battle of. But, like, just, like, an actual fighter, versus them. So, like, something, I don't know. You got anything, Ranger?
Wasn't that how Starbomb actually did them as a mock battle?
Well, yeah, that's why I said they already did the rap battle as them anyways, so... and if you even just listen to that, you can tell there are lots of references they can make in an ERB regarding, Ryu and Ken, or just Street Fighter in general. Jackie Chan, that'd be funny. So you got a
Jackie Chan and Jet Li, yeah.
Right?
Who would I like to see? The only person off the top of my head I can think of is Eminem, for no other reason than it being Eminem, but
right.
Honestly, I can't think of anyone else.
Okay, so we'll just make your answer Eminem, just for the sake of saying that. I mean, that'd be awesome, to be completely honest. Even if he's not
playing himself.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, even if he's not playing himself, that'd still be awesome. You got an opinion, Dion?
Yeah. The only person I could think of, because I love this guy so much, is JonTron.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of people you could play.
He has such a beautiful singing voice. I think I'd like to see him in an epic rap battle as who? No idea. Like,
do you guys have any
completely no idea
ideas on who you could play?
What was after that Titanic review?
It's possible. That'd actually be a good one. That'd be pretty decent.
But, I think he's very well known within the gaming community, and he's got Game Grumps going for him at some point. I don't know. I just really want to see him outside of Toronto again.
Right. That would definitely be interesting. And again, it feels like it's something that they probably will do eventually. So you can kind of hope.
Keeping fingers crossed.
Right. Just. Yeah. How about you, Sam?
Well, I'd like to see Ryan Higa, because I've always been a fan of his, and I thought he was going to be in the Philosopher Battle.
Right.
That happened. I'm not sure who he could play. He could play Mr. Miyagi.
Daniel-san. That'd be great. Mr. Miyagi and Daniel versus Ryu and Ken. That's a free one here, but you can take it.
That's interesting.
Who played that? Wait, is it original Danny or reboot Danny played by Will Smith's kid?
Oh,
I think they'd have to go with the original.
yeah, original. Yeah, no, God, no way
Yeah.
they would do the reboot. They might reference the reboot, but no, no, it's original.
Right.
So I guess we can take
The
this
problem
point.
is just bringing up.
What?
The problem is with just bringing up people we would like to see is that we have no guarantee as to exactly how much of a part they'll play. I mean, look at PewDiePie, who was
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
sure if he still is, but he was the most subscribed channel of YouTube at that time, and he had 3 seconds total.
Hey, listen, it was an important
That's
3
true.
seconds.
That was PewDiePie?
It's, you know what's weird
That's
is I
pretty
didn't even notice when I first saw it. When I first saw that battle, I did not even notice. I wish I was lying.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was him either.
Then again, I was never really that big into PewDiePie, so I didn't like, be like, PewDiePie!
In
So,
that case, so I want to go with Markiplier, just because
oh,
he's been shown
3
to
seconds
back
to Markiplier.
in Smash.
hmm Oh, right. Yeah, he's the other one that they will probably get to eventually. I mean, he's, very, very
Climbing that
big.
ladder.
Oh, absolutely. Except for, he got hacked the other day. Was it yesterday, I think?
Yeah, it was yesterday. He got hacked.
Yeah, he kind of played it smart
So-
though. He didn't acknowledge it. He didn't give them any attention. He got his channel back because he just uploaded the video today. Didn't even mention it. Like just whoop.
Oh,
Which
Yeah.
is, he handled it pretty good. I'm glad that he got it back. They, jeez, I don't even like. I saw the first video that they uploaded on his channel like early in the morning, and I was like, I don't know what it is, so I just didn't even look at it. And I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. That it literally says this account was hacked by our mine. So since we're about halfway through, I figured we would transition a little bit away from ERB, sticking with the topic of 2016. Just like you suggested, Ranger, just talk about the year in general and what we're excited for in all forms of media and everything. So anybody want to start? Like, what is the biggest thing you're looking for in 2016?
Deadpool.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
Deadpool.
rephrase. No, I'm joking. It's a month away. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
2016 is all right there in that
Mhm.
February. That's,
Yep.
that's 2016 for me.
2016 is a great year for superhero movies. So we have Deadpool. We
Yes.
have the X-Men, the other X-Men movie coming out. Batman vs Superman.
Civil War.
Civil War. Suicide Squad. Apparently Gambit, even though it's not, even though they're not
I'm
filming until
looking-
March. What? Ranger?
I'm looking at. I just typed in 2016 movies on Google just to see what's coming out. The first 4: Batman v Superman, Captain America, X-Men, Deadpool.
I don't know if Deadpool's on the top of that.
Story, but who cares about
This is-
that?
This is the year.
And then
superhero
Suicide Squad.
movies.
Right. I mean, granted, Batman v Superman, I'm, rightfully skeptical about it just because, but
DC's very hit and miss with their movies.
absolutely,
to be
no,
honest.
I will agree 100% with you on that one. They're very, very hit and miss. I mean, just look at Green Lantern.
And
It's a
look
huge-
at Deadpool, where they.
And, as a quick tie-in, I just remembered, because it's something... I'm surprised in the Deadpool versus Boba Fett battle that they never mentioned the X-Men Origins Deadpool, like the... Just,
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very surprised that they did not mention that, but maybe they agreed.
A missed joke.
Yeah, but I mean,
There-
that's life.
We're back to ERB, but when I think of missed jokes, I just look at Superman versus Goku and how many puns they missed with the characters of Dragon Ball Z. Like
Yeah.
they could have used Frieza's name in the Freeze line. It
Yeah,
so
no.
many-
so close.
and then you're being acknowledged, and they're like, ah, damn.
Yep.
Should've done that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I do think there's a lot of jokes either that were cut or just they didn't think of at the time.
Right.
But
that's
anyways,
the only hard thing with like putting out content like ERB is like, after it's already made and out and you're like, oh damn it, we could use this line that would have been so good, and it's like, well, it's out, so that's life. But how about you, Ranger? What are you most excited for in 2016? And don't say Doctor Who.
Personally, I'm actually kind of looking forward to. It's an odd choice, but the BFG. It's being directed by Steven Spielberg, and that is one character I would love to see without limitations in ERB actually Roald Dahl, and just seeing an adaptation of one of my favourite books by him, and again, it's directed by Spielberg. I think it's actually going to be pretty good.
Right.
So, odd choice, but there you go.
And with you slightly making a recall back to the old topic, I'll agree. Like how I asked earlier about a field of that you'd like to see back in ERB. I think we should definitely have another author battle too, because that's just and I mean, Dahl's definitely a good choice for that in my opinion. He's pretty good.
He's a pretty weird.
What about you, Sam? 2016. What do you got?
Well, I think this year I'm probably gonna finally get to see the Hamilton musical instead of just obsessing over the soundtrack. That would be good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's good. Any for I didn't say anything. I guess for me, I mean obviously Deadpool, without a doubt. I'm pretty excited for Suicide Squad. All Joker talk aside, I'm still pretty excited for it.
I'm not even upset about the Joker.
No, I'm not. Yeah, it's like,
I'm gonna reference Gotham. It's season 2, guys. Hurry up and watch it if you haven't already. But spoilers: the Joker character passes away or dies in the show. Yeah. Spoilers, everyone. He dies. Sorry.
No.
But at the end of the episode, it shows, because he's being videotaped throughout the entire episode by media, and everyone's watching him on TV, and a bunch of different people start having the maniacal Joker laugh, and they all start doing bad things. Like 2 guys watched it on the TV in the streets, and they ended up killing a homeless guy, and he ended up killing his partner. And another guy, a kid, starts laughing, and then a man in a bar starts laughing, and it basically goes on about that the Joker is actually a concept rather than a person.
Right.
And
yeah.
I
that is actually an interesting take on it.
Yeah.
And I'm using that as that's how all of the Batman movies and TV shows worked. Every Joker is different.
Did you actually hear the theory about how the Joker in Suicide Squad? I think they said it was Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of speculation and rumoring on that based on I don't remember all off the top of my head, and I have too much stuff up on this monitor to look it up, so I can send it to you later. But for instance, even down to I think he had a J tattooed on him or something, and then another form of media, I think Jason Todd had the same thing or something. I don't remember, because like I said, I read this months ago, so I don't 100% remember. But it's an interesting theory.
They haven't really. You said Jason Todd, right?
Yeah.
They haven't really expanded on any of the Robins really in the movies, with the sole exception of the brilliantly executed movie Batman and Robins. So it's Suicide Squad.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Suicide Squad really the best place to.
I'm gonna leave.
To cover this.
It depends if they want to use that Joker for more than just Suicide Squad.
Right, absolutely.
We're all expecting Suicide Squad to be good. If it's successful, which I hope it is.
Oh yeah.
And they continue with the Batman, Superman, and Ben Affleck as Batman, and introducing more of a Robin. Who knows if it will be Jason Gordon-Levitt or not? But
probably not.
It all depends really if how well they want to play this out, because with DC's track of trying to combine everything, trying to tie in everything together, compared to Marvel, theirs is not as pretty.
No, yeah, absolutely.
But
I could swear I heard somewhere that actually Ben Affleck's Batman was making a cameo in Suicide Squad, wasn't he?
yeah, he's driving around chasing the Joker and Harley Quinn. In the
Right.
car.
So I mean,
Yeah.
so that
So-
could hopefully that could be good tidings for, it could be interesting. I really hope that they expand on it in more movies because I don't know, I'm just really excited for the Suicide Squad movie. Like the second I heard that there was one coming out, I was like, that was it. I just literally did that, and then I was like, I carried on with my day. Let's see for how about for games? What are you guys most excited for?
Games. Let's have a look.
Games, video games to play as well.
Oh, Ranger's cheating. He's googling releases.
Ranger.
I'm making sure I don't make a fool out of myself, okay?
You know what? Hey, you'll make it for yourself anyways, but it's okay because we're all friends here.
Really?
Oh, oof.
You know what video game I'm excited for?
What?
The Norm of the North movie adaptation video game.
Wait, what's that?
The Norm of the North video game adaptation or movie adaptation. Don't you know what Norm of the North is? Come on. No? God damn you guys suck.
Well,
The polar bear comes from
way to make everything awkward.
into the city. You guys suck.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Google it right now.
That might just be a
Right.
Canadian thing.
No, it's not a Canadian thing.
Oh yeah, I bet. Crazy old Dion with his crazy Canadian polar bear movies.
Shush. Got Rob Schneider in it. Come
Oh,
on.
geez, it's gotta be good. Rob Schneider.
It's gotta be good.
Ooh, can't go wrong with Rob Schneider. Is Kevin James gonna play the polar bear?
No, Rob Schneider.
Wait, oh. Can Kevin James play a different polar bear?
Only if
Yes.
Gabriel Iglesias playing two characters.
Oof.
And
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Did you say?
Gabriel Iglesias is going to be a Norm of the North playing Pablo and Sen, apparently. So that would be
Oh, yep, I'm not gonna go see that. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I can.
But the video game, though, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the video game is going to be the breakthrough. Anyway,
Alright.
I'm done with my jokes. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Norm of the
Ranger,
North.
hurry up and Google your 2016 video games.
Well, a couple of ones are sticking out to me. Basically, the two which I've heard a lot of hype for is Star Fox Zero, which first new Star Fox game in ages,
Right.
and there's also Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I don't think that's had quite as much hype, but it is still a nice, interesting crossover between the two.
I love both those series.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I haven't actually played Paper Mario. I should get it. I should get to that.
You should.
And also there's Mighty Number 9, which of course kickstarted Mega Man's successor. Should be good.
Yeah. Wasn't that supposed to, like, when they first announced it, wasn't the projected release date in the fall or winter of 2015? And, like, it got pushed back, right?
I'm just seeing 2016 here. I didn't really follow it that much,
One game that
unfortunately.
got pushed back from 2015, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it got pushed back from 2015 to 2016 was
Okay.
the Legend of Zelda Wii U game.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. I don't know about Star Fox. I think that was always planned for 2016. I didn't follow it as closely as Legends of Zelda, but
Did they mention anything about it at the last E3, the Legend of Zelda Wii U game?
No, not that I remember. I don't think.
no, I don't
Yeah.
recall.
What about
It's also
Nintendo Direct?
through Nintendo.
Oh, wait, wasn't this
Nintendo
year's-
Directs where they?
Wasn't this year's Nintendo E3 the one where they had the puppets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah.
There was no mention of the. There
No.
was no mention of the Legend of Zelda. It was all about Star Fox and Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all they had going.
Yeah.
Because they were saving everything for their direct,
Right.
Or like they did everything at their direct, which I think was a very bad play, to be honest.
Yeah.
Other games, 2016. Really, why am I drawing so many blanks?
I mean, Final
Um,
Fantasy 15.
Final Fantasy 15. If we're like, do we even have a release date yet?
I don't remember. Hey Ranger, can you, since you're already being a cheater and googling,
It is saying 2016 for Final Fantasy 15 here.
Is that speculation or confirmation?
It was confirmed, I believe. I could swear they said somewhere that
It
it
doesn't
is.
have a release date, but
I remember now. They confirmed an announcement for an announcement. Final Fantasy 15 in April. Like they're like, yeah. So we're not gonna have it in 2015. We're gonna have a release date for. We're gonna have a date, the release date, April. That seems very stupid, but they can just. I wish they just said, you know what, we don't have one yet.
Right.
I wish they just would have said that. We're like, no, we're gonna give it to you, and it's time.
Right.
Another 2016 games. If I had a PS4, I would want The Last Guardian.
Oh yeah.
That's apparently a thing that's supposed to be this year.
Hopefully. Absolutely. I mean, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Or Kingdom Hearts. I'm excited Kingdom Hearts. When I think of 2016 games, I just think of E3 and like, what the heck did they announce?
Right.
I don't follow Xbox very closely, so that's where my head. Nintendo, I think, is the one that I follow more closely than anything else. To be honest, PlayStation had Last Guardian. They had the Final Fantasy release, but that's not 2016. They had Shenmue 3, which is not the 2000. Like, it got kickstarted. Finally, I don't think finally, but like it's like confirmed to be a game. They had Horizon. That looks
interesting.
I can't remember if that's a 2016 release.
I don't remember. Yeah.
We got The Division coming out this year, finally, from Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
We are not getting it. We might not be getting an Assassin's Creed game this year.
Yeah, I heard those rumors too. Well, I think if we are getting anything, it's one of those like the
collection sets is what I.
Well, besides that, but don't they have? I can't remember the best way to word it, but like it's like the much smaller Assassin's Creed where it's kind of like not fully 2-dimensional, but
Chronicles.
Yeah,
Chronicles. I don't know. Like they seem appealing enough for lore, but as a game, I don't know. I don't think I'd pick that up. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I just remember they have the movie coming out this year.
Did you see the images from it?
The what?
There's images that were released from the movie.
Yeah, I saw a few images.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I hope it's not like you look at Prince of Persia and that was okay. Like all video game movies are just okay.
Well, not all.
I'm waiting for the one that's groundbreaking. That finally sets the tone of what video game movies are going to be.
Well, the Ratchet and Clank movie definitely looks like it could do that. I mean, that looks good.
Yeah.
I have a theory as to what will make a video game movie actually decent, but it doesn't really say much for the game it would be based on.
What's that?
Basically, since games are all about, interactivity, then surely it's sort of opposing thing. The more interactive, the more the game is about you,
right?
The less enjoyment you would get from it due to the movie not being about where you want to go. It's what the director has decided we're going to show. For example, Skyrim has great lore and all that. However, would it really be anywhere near as good as just playing it for yourself?
Right, yeah. I don't know if it would translate as well to the big screen. I mean, it could because, those big fantasy-based movies are usually, very pretty, but I don't know if it would translate as well as just playing the game itself. Plus, I mean, they don't have the Thomas the Tank Engine dragons in the movie, so...
Well, like, with that in mind, I'm thinking back to Assassin's Creed. I know for a fact that the books themselves, they have Assassin's Creed books, and those have been doing really well. So, like, considering that you're not playing where you want to go within the logic of Assassin's Creed, and they do that like for the books, it's just set plot and stuff like that. If they translate it like that to a movie, I think it could be done well. It's just it all depends on the director, and it all depends on how like good enough he directed it. What else? We got Warcraft.
Oh, the Warcraft movie coming out. Yep,
I watched the trailer for that.
The only thing is, I don't know, because like my girlfriend's like really big into Warcraft, so I was talking to her about it, and she was confused because it seems like the plot they're going with is like when the humans and the orcs first interact and meet each other. The only thing that excites me about a Warcraft movie is the fact that it's probably going to be a movie series, at least a trilogy. I could see, because Warcraft has such a huge lore, and so many rich like races and shit like that they could just easily make a decent movie series out of it. So that's exciting, but the movie itself just looks kind of like your state of the art,
Yeah, that's what I thought. It just looked like, I know nothing about Warcraft, I'll admit, but it just looked to me like every other stereotypical fantasy movie. Nothing stood out.
Oh, absolutely. No, I will agree with you on that one. It's just... What about you, Sam? Do you have any big games you're looking forward to this year?
Isn't Telltale making a Batman game this year?
I think that's coming out this year, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's this year, I want to play it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's going to be a great game. I mean, Telltale is...
I love Telltale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead, even the Tales of Borderlands.
Yeah.
I love them all.
I actually, I wanted to play the Game of Thrones one, but I have not gotten to do that yet.
Me either. I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones to begin with, so that's mainly my fault.
Yeah, that's your fault.
The only Telltale games I've played is Pokemon at the inventory, so I can't really on this.
Get out of here, Ranger.
The one game I definitely recommend from Telltale is The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite of all the Telltale games.
Right.
Tales of Borderlands being a very close second, because like what makes me really happy about the Tales of Borderlands is that when you think of Borderlands, you think about getting a bunch of different guns and like blowing everything up and just going crazy out in the landscape, but you don't see it as a decision choice game. You look at that and you're like, how does this translate into that kind of game? And they did really well to capture that ridiculousness of what was going on, and the story was still really good. So
next Telltale game, Call of Duty.
Stop.
Don't.
Alright, well, we're getting close to time, so I suppose we should... We didn't really have enough time to do what we pre-discussed about the battle review, but maybe we can start that on the next episode, because we're really close to time. So maybe just go around the room and everybody give one resolution for the year. Might as well. Ooh, Dion, clearly disgusted with the idea of resolutions.
No, I think that's a lame outro.
You're a lame outro. You know what? Fine. You know what? I'm done. Dion, give us your outro. It's all you. Go ahead.
Give me my outro?
No.
Alright. How about we just fucking end this stupid... I'm out. Bye.
Or
my outro.
Wow.
Scrubs.
Dion confirmed Diva 2015.
I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Right? That's, I looked in my bowl of M&Ms and I saw one green M&M and I am done. Or if you want, I got a better.
Want a real outro? How about we get on top of ourselves, We talked about what we like and dislike.
Go for it.
You know what? Alright. My name is Don. I am the head admin. Well, second in command, I guess. I do not own the site, but I'm the head admin of euroboh.com, the forum that is unofficial because maker. But yeah, I lead that, and I've been there for about 4 years now. Yeah, since 2012. I joined the site because Epic Lloyd tweeted it out. I was part of the wave of people that joined in. I've been watching Epic Rap Battles since Vader versus Hitler. I just been on other forums. I never really knew that there was a forum for this one. Favorite battle used to be the Easter Bunny versus Genghis Khan. It's now Deadpool versus Boba Fett because Deadpool's awesome. And currently, I'm living in an apartment in Ottawa, in Canada, and I want to become an actor when I grow up because I still haven't grown up yet.
It's a very...
Anyone else want to take a turn at that?
Well, I think Sam should go next since he is the next rank down.
Okay, I'm Sam. I am a disgusting hybrid between a supermod and an admin.
Daywalker!
Disgusting, unnatural beast. I joined the site in like early 2012. I've been watching Epic Rap Battle since like Columbus versus Kirk. And when I first joined the site, I didn't have any intention of really getting onto the staff, but then I was promoted to co-moderator of the review section. And so then I decided, hey, maybe I could become a staff member, and then I did, and then I became a super mod, and then I became an admin, and then I got my...
Not really one, though.
So not really an admin, and now I'm a co-admin, I guess is my official title. And yeah, I'm doing school stuff right now. I have no idea what I want to do with my life. I'm figuring that out now. And yeah.
Okay, Ranger, next level down.
Hi, I'm Ranger Number X, usually just abbreviated to Ranger. I am the lowest form of mod that currently is, a global mod. There was sort of mod elections, which I ended up taking the most votes on, so here I am. I started watching ERB when I found out about it through Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. Great battle. Bit of a shame because that was the very end of the season and I didn't know that, so all I had was the other ones to keep me busy. I found out about this forum and ended up joining it somewhere in the second half of season 2. I'm not completely certain where. And I've just been here ever since. Won't leave. I don't really know what else to say. I live in England, no idea what to do with my life. That's it.
Okay, I am known on the forum as Juice. I am a filthy casual normal member in the presence of the higher class, clearly. I've been watching ERB since season 1. I think it was Napoleon versus Napoleon, maybe somewhere around there. I got to the forum maybe a couple months ago, as of recording this, just by Googling Epic Rap Battle Forum, and dreams and aspirations. I would like to be a game developer one day. It's my dream. Or a full-time streamer.
Get on that.
Yeah, I have been.
Actually make a schedule, then you'll be there.
Hey, that's New Year's resolution right there.
Yay. Ties it all together.
So, as you guys can see in the middle of the screen, it says erboh.com podcast. This is a podcast based on the forum that we are all from, erboh.com, which, as Dion said, is a unofficial fan forum for the Epic Rap Battles of History. So what do you join? Obviously,
we're all a very friendly community. We're very welcoming. We do have a set of rules that you could follow by, but honestly, as long as you're just a friendly guy and if you like writing your own rap battles, like reviewing anything with rap battles, if you like making stories about rap battles, just come on over. This is the site for you.
Or if you just want to,
chill.
Yeah, just want to hang out, talk about why Lady Gaga versus Sarah Palin was just an awful battle. We're there for that. And since this is the first video going up on this channel, I'll just take a quick second. Basically, this is a community channel for the forum itself. We're going to be using it to upload, hopefully weekly, if not bi-weekly or monthly. We haven't figured it out yet. Podcasts, community spotlights on fan-made battles, which are really popular in the Epic Rap Battle community. Basically anything like that. So, if you like this and you think that we're pretty cool guys and stuff, give us a subscribe and you could watch, and then maybe you'll be on one of these one day. So before we sign off, anyone want to say anything?
No.
Don't think so.
I would not say no.
No?
No,
Okay. Well, we made it through an entire podcast without dropping some dank memes or anything. So I'm very proud of us.
That count itself.
What's that?
No.
No.
Northern North is going to be the next thing meme.
Oh yeah? Okay. You know what? You heard it here
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
guys. That's the next thing.
Northern North. Let it happen.
No.
Okay, so hopefully we'll be back next. Let's see, today is Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be back next Wednesday with another podcast. It's going to be different for people, more than likely. So until then, we will see you next Wednesday.